The new Blue Eyes White Destiny structure deck is finally here, and today, in the first of a series of structure deck videos, we're going to be popping open 3 of these bad boys and playing them against Fire Kings, the other most recent Yu-Gi-Oh! Structure deck. Which one will come out on top? Let's find out. Okay, so Blue Eyes White Destiny structure deck. We see the new Maiden of White, and I believe this is like the Blue Eyes Ultimate Abyss Dragon. Get a deck list on the back. Prepare yourself for the next chapter of the Blue Eyes White Dragon strategy. This 50-card deck has everything you need to advance your Blue Eyes White Dragons to their next stage of invincibility, including Fusion, Ritual, Synchro, Xyz, and Link monsters. Dominate your duels with the original engine of destruction. Some really cool changes to this deck actually, if they have multiples of cards in here, but we'll get into that. Oh yeah, okay, I forgot. So the new thing they're doing is that you get a secret rare copy of one of the cards in the deck. So I got a Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. Indigo Eyes Silver Dragon. This is their new Xyz monster. For the longest time, Blue Eyes did not have an Xyz monster, but can't attack directly unless it has a normal monster as material. That figures. Also, if it's Xyz summoned, you can negate the effects of all your opponent's face-up cards, and I can detach material from this card to target a normal monster, special summon it, and if I do, it gains 1,000 attack. This is already 4K on its own, so. This is their new Link monster, Spirit with Eyes of Blue. It's a Link 1, always very dangerous. Takes a level 4 or lower dragon or spellcaster. You can't special summon except for dragon monsters. If this gets Link summoned, you get to take a Mausoleum of White from your deck and add it to your hand or send it to the GY. You contribute this, special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your hand or GY, but if you summon an effect monster, then it doesn't get to attack and its effects are negated. This is the new Woman of the Hour, Maiden of White. You can send her from your hand or field to the grave to place a True Light from your hand, deck, or even GY, straight up, just face up in your spell and trap zone. That's pretty cool. And then also, if you special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon while this is in your grave, then you get to special summon her back. She's a tuner, so that's kind of an instant way to synchro summon. When a card or effect is activated that targets her, you can summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon or a level 1 Light Tuner from your GY. Wishes for Eyes of Blue. Discard a card, add a level 1 Light Tuner, and a spell trap that mentions Blue Eyes from your deck to your hand. So this is cool. This kind of reminds me of other structure decks they've been doing where it's like you discard and you get to add 2 things instead of just adding 1 thing. You can banish it from your graveyard, target a Blue Eyes, equip a Blue Eyes monster from your extra deck to it as an equip spell that gives it 400 attack. And that's for one of their fusion monsters. Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. So this is the new big boss on the block. 3,500 attack, 4,000 defense. Takes 2+ tuners and a non-tuner Blue Eyes. Your opponent can't banish cards from your graveyard. I don't know how much that'll come up in this particular duel, but just in general, very good. When a card or effect is activated, quick effect, you can negate the activation and this card gains 1,000 attack until the end of this turn. I did notice that this negates activations, but does not destroy the card, so it could be a little bit better. But if this card's destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon a Light Dragon from your GY, except of course itself. Neo Kaiser Seahorse. You control Blue Eyes White Dragon, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can target a Light Tuner, increase or decrease its level by 1. If this goes to the grave, you can send a Blue Eyes monster or a monster that mentions it from your deck to the grave as well. So something of a starter sort of extender type of card. Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons. This kind of reminds me of like Return of the Dragon Lords or whatever that one spell was. So summon in defense position a Blue Eyes monster from your deck, GY, or banishment. But if you don't control Blue Eyes White Dragon, then you have to summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. This kind of reminds me of an Eldritch card. Also, you can't summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except for dragons. You can banish this from your grave to fusion summon a fusion monster from your extra deck using a Blue Eyes. Majesty of the White Dragons. Show up to 3 of the Blue Eyes White Dragon in your hand, face up monster zone, and or GY, and then destroy an equal number of cards your opponent controls. You can banish this card from your graveyard to ritual summon. So what they're doing is like, this lets you kind of do a fusion summon, and this lets you do a ritual summon. Those are the ones that typically take extra cards to do, so I get the routine. And now we're back to some of our more regular cards. I'm interested in seeing what Blue Eyes art you get in here. You get Broke Neck Blue Eyes, one of my favorite love to hate cards. Tablet Blue Eyes, it would have been so cool if this was the planet one, but we'll allow it. And Dark Side of Dimensions Blue Eyes, which is all right. What's your favorite Blue Eyes White Dragon art? Let me know down in the comments. Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. White Dragon Strategy. Your cards from Destruction. Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. This is actually useful for getting ritual spells or polymerization if you want. Dragon Spirit of White. This can banish a troublesome spell or trap card and then bounce and run and summon out a Blue Eyes monster, so that's always fun. Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. This is their big boss. Can't be targeted, can't be destroyed. Does double piercing, 4K. Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon, this is sort of its smaller form. White Stone of Legend, White Stone of Ancients, Sage with Eyes of Blue, 2 Sages with Eyes of Blue, 3 Sages with Eyes of Blue. Wow, Konami really upping the power of these structure decks. Master with Eyes of Blue, Dictator of D, 2 of them. Okay. Nibiru the Primal Being, they just recently released art that shows what Nibiru actually looks like inside of this weird meteor comet thing. Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, Effect Veiler, this also got an alt art as well. You get 2 of them? them? Jeez. Chaos form for summoning that ritual Chaos Max Blue Eyes. Ultimate Fusion, so during the main phase, you get to, that's a quick play spell. Fusion summon one. You just shuffle the materials in the deck from your hand, field, or GY. Then destroy face-up cards your opponent controls up to the number of Blue Eyes White Dragons, or Ultimate Dragons, that you used for the material. The Melody of Awakening Dragon, good little search spell. Mausoleum of White, so this is what we will be setting to our field with Maiden of White. So it does have a neat graveyard effect where you can add a Burst Stream of Destruction from your deck to your hand, but I don't think that we're going to be playing that. Burst Stream, trade in, more trade in, Called by the Grave, stop those pesky hand traps. True Light, so this is what Maiden is aiming to put out in the field. Your opponent can't target Blue Eyes White Dragon with card effects. If this card is sent from the spell trap zone to the grave though, you lose your whole field. A lot like Eternal Soul for Dark Magician. Anyway, once per turn, you get to special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand or your GY, or set a spell/trap from your deck that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's gotta have a different name than the card you currently control, and in your graveyard though. So they definitely kind of made sure this card's not too crazy. The Ultimate Creature of Destruction, basically you just target a Blue Eyes and it becomes unaffected by everything. Destined Rivals, you can actually negate all your opponent's face-up monsters if you've got a Blue Eyes or a Dark Magician. Infinite Impermanence, good hand trap, and then finally some extra deck cards in addition to the newer ones. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon. This can attack twice and it can't be destroyed by battle, I believe. And if it attacks something, you can banish that monster. Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon, so you can actually special summon this straight from the extra deck by distributing a Blue Eyes White Dragon that's equipped with a fusion monster. And what's kind of cool is you guys might remember that one spell earlier that equips a Blue Eyes. This is basically how you can like easily make Tyrant Dragon. Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, the old guy, he's good. Your opponent can't summon 2 or more monsters at the same time. It can stop graveyard effects, and it can run and summon a Blue Eyes, a Light Dragon Synchro monster from your extra deck in defense position. But it's destroyed in the end phase of the turn. Typically that would mean summoning this card because it'll then protect itself. Hieratic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres is a nice inclusion, just a little link monster that you can make and bounce a card and then get a Blue Eyes from your deck. Play Duel Links, play Master Duel, buy more. Awesome, let's get this duel on the road.
All right guys, this is the Fire Kings structure deck. Not a very inventive name, just Fire Kings. It is what it is. Secret Fire King Garunix, that's our new boss monster. But don't think that means the old Garunix isn't running the deck. You actually can very much run both Garunix. If your monster that was originally fire is destroyed by battle or card effect, very Fire King. Special summon this card from your graveyard. If this card is no more special summon, you can destroy 1 fire beast, beast warrior, or winged beast monster. That's all their types. In your hand, deck, or face-up field. And if you do, this card gains attack equal to half the attack. This guy is huge. It gets huge and it enables your other guys to use their effects. Strong, solid card. Fire King High Avatar Kirin. So this guy's actually a quick effect.
White Dragon strategy.
Another fire monster in your hand or field, and then special summon this card. So he shows up to the field, he turns on one of your effects, and then when this guy gets destroyed and sent to your graveyard, you can special summon 1 Fire King monster from your hand or graveyard. So this kind of keeps the Fire King game going. You know, it's destroying, coming back, destroying, coming back. Fire King Avatar Rungbali. I actually like this guy. Kind of looks like a panther. If a Fire King monster you control is destroyed by card effect, you can special summon this guy from your hand. When a spell trap is activated while this card is on the field, quick effect negate. Please negate, which they don't really have in this deck. The newer continuous spell, Fire King Sanctuary. It gets you into your Fire King Island, and then you can destroy one of your fire monsters in hand or field if island were to be destroyed. It helps you get to your field spell. It can protect it by turning on your effects. Garunix Eternity, Hyung of the Fire King. If anybody can tell me what a Hyung is, because I don't know what that means. But it takes 2 level 8s, which it's easy enough in this deck. You will pound the board with level 8s over time. On Xyz Summon, destroy all the monsters on the field, so that's good for you. You can detach a material from this guy, target a spell or trap on the field and destroy it. And if you do, it gains 500 attack, and if this card is destroyed while it has material, you can special summon Fire King monsters from your graveyard up to the number of materials it had. You want your things destroyed, you will get bigger for it, and it kind of keeps the Fire King game going. We have the quick play, Fire King Skyburn, target Fire King monsters you control, destroy them. You have Echelon of the Fire Kings, this is the trap, special summon 3 fire monsters, 1 beast warrior, 1 winged beast. We do run the gamut of types, so it's a solid trap. Legendary Fire King Ponix, this used to be the best starter in the deck. Fire King Avatar Garunix, Fire King Avatar Barong, still a solid card. Fire King Avatar Yaksha, I remember this guy was important when he came out. Fire King Avatar Kirin, Blaster Dragonlord of Infernos, Burner Dragonlord of Sparks, Coach Captain Bearman, Coach Soldier Wolfbar, King True King, Inferno Flame Emperor, Dogron the Mad Flame, the Blazing Mars, Bonfire Colossus, Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys, Royal Firestorm Guard, Spirit of Flames, Fencing Fire Ferret, Firebrand Hymnist, Alpha the Master Beast, solid card, Strolling Lockbird, Onslaught of the Fire Kings, Circle of the Fire Kings, Rekindling, Fire Formation Tenki, Darkhold, Trade in, Herald of the Abyss, Flame Bell Counter, Spiritual Flame Arc Kurenai, Chain Destruction, Torrential Tribute, Solemn Judgment, Infinite Impermanence, Power Sink Stone, Coach King Giant Trainer, Diamond Dire Wolf, Heated the Charmer Ablaze, Fire King High Avatar Garnix, Fire King Avatar Arvada, and Fire King Island. I have no idea why it was in that order. But yeah, this is the Fire King structure deck. It's actually really solid right out of the box. We're gonna see what I can do with this. Time for the battle of the most recent structure decks, which doesn't roll off the tongue the way I thought it would. Anyway, Fire Kings versus
Blue Eyes White Dragon. We've been playing these decks a little bit for practice, so forgive us if we make any big glaring mistakes, but I think it's gonna be fun.
And they will happen, because this is my first time actually reading all the Fire Kings.
All right, so we're gonna high roll to see who goes first.
And my deck is not purely the structure deck. Clearly I have Volcanics in the deck because, well.
Yeah, we figured I think it kind of makes sense.
She should have been in the structure.
High roll to see who goes first.
All right.
I got a 5.
5, not great.
Yucky, not the best.
Not great, I can beat that, come on. Wow.
Oh, 2.
Snake Eyes.
Oh, geez, okay, well.
And this isn't Snake Eyes Fire King.
Yeah, that's true, it's just Fire King. All right, I'll be taking the first move then.
All right, man.
I'll start my turn off with the new Maiden of White. I can send her from my hand or field to the graveyard to place a True Light from my deck face up on the field. So I'll activate my trap card, True Light. You can't target Blue Eyes White Dragons with card effects, but more importantly, I can either special summon a Blue Eyes from my hand or grave once per turn, or set a spell trap from my deck that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon. I'm gonna use True Light's effect to set a spell or trap from my deck that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon, but with a different name than the cards I control and in my graveyard. My Wishes for Eyes of Blue. And I'll activate this spell. Wishes for Eyes of Blue, I have to discard 1 card. We'll discard the Dragon Spirit of White. I add a level 1 Light Tuner and a spell/trap that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon from my deck to my hand. So I'm gonna get Sage with Eyes of Blue and a new spell, Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons.
All the new cards, all in this one sequence.
Normal summon Sage with Eyes of Blue. When it's normal summon, I can add a level 1 Light Tuner from my deck to my hand. The Master with Eyes of Blue. Now I'm gonna link summon with Sage with Eyes of Blue into my new Link monster, Spirit with Eyes of Blue. It's got a couple of effects. It takes a level 4 or lower dragon or spellcaster monster, and I can only special summon dragons while it's on the field.
Aha!
More importantly though, when it's link summoned, I get to add a Mausoleum of White from my deck to my hand. I'll go ahead and use it. I get Mausoleum of White to my hand. I'm actually gonna activate it, if you can believe it. So Mausoleum of White's my field spell. It's got a couple of different effects. I can normal summon a level 1 Light Tuner in addition to my regular normal summoner set. But the effect I'm gonna be using right now is that I can target my Spirit with Eyes of Blue, send a normal monster from my deck to the graveyard, Blue Eyes White Dragon, and it's gonna gain 800 attack points because it's the level times 100. Now I'm gonna use Spirit with Eyes of Blue's effect. So it contributes itself to special summon a Blue Eyes monster from my hand or the graveyard. However, if I summon an effect monster, it won't be able to attack and its effect's negated. So it's just gonna be the OG Blue Eyes White Dragon to the field.
Oh, so it sent the Blue Eyes, so you need to summon
Sent the spirit to summon the real thing. And since Blue Eyes White Dragon was special summoned, then it'll activate Maiden of White's effect in the graveyard. I can special summon her back to the field as well. So next, I'm going to activate this card. Roar of the Blue-Eyed White Dragons. This is the card that I searched earlier. I get to special summon in defense position a Blue Eyes monster from my deck, grave, or banishment. But if I don't control Blue Eyes White Dragon, I gotta summon Blue Eyes White Dragon.
But you do.
Thankfully, I control Blue Eyes White Dragon, so we'll be summoning out a somewhat familiar monster, the Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. My spell, thankfully, has another effect. I can banish Wishes for Eyes of Blue from my graveyard to target a Blue Eyes White Dragon and equip it with a monster from my extra deck. So I'll equip Blue Eyes White Dragon with Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. This gives it 400 attack points, but that's all it actually does. This doesn't have any effects when it's in the spell trap.
That's a lot of attack points to only get 400.
Next then, normal summon with my additional normal summon from Mausoleum of White, the Master with Eyes of Blue. I'll activate its effect on normal summon. I get to target a level 1 Light Tuner in my graveyard and add it to my hand. We'll be getting Sage back to my hand. All right, we'll synchro summon with Master with Eyes of Blue and the Blue Eyes White Dragon. We'll summon out our first synchro monster, Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Then I'm gonna use Sage with Eyes of Blue. I'll target Maiden of White. It's gonna send her to the graveyard and it'll summon a Blue Eyes monster from my deck. Since she was targeted, I can also chain Maiden if you don't have anything in response to him.
Oh, I can block that, huh?
You can
can
you have a
block
quick play
that with
card.
a hand trap that I don't have.
All right, so that'll activate her effect then. She's going to summon a Blue Eyes monster or just a level 1 Light Tuner from the grave. Master with Eyes of Blue will come back. And now she'll get sent to the graveyard for Sage, and Sage is going to summon out Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. So when it's special summon, I can add a ritual spell or polymerization from my deck to my hand. I'm gonna go ahead and activate that effect. It'll get Chaos Form to my hand.
Oh, hell!
Also, during the end phase, it's gonna let me add a level 8 or higher dragon monster.
No, don't talk
Wait, let me
normal
see.
like you're not about to commit a war crime.
Yeah, okay, yeah. We'll wait till the end phase for that second part. But next, I'll use Maiden with Eyes of Blue and Blue Eyes Jet Dragon to synchro summon a second copy of the Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. And now I'm going to go to my end phase. Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon will search a level 8 dragon monster from my deck to my hand.
Wait, gotcha. A chaos form, and now it's, oh my god.
My Blue Eyes Chaos
it
Max
just does
Dragon.
it by itself.
Your move, Duelist.
Sure, I'll figure something out. Draw. It's not like I like to have, you know, graveyard effects or anything like that. You got a lot of stuff over there. But what if I play Dark Hole?
Oh wow, you're actually running that. All right, I'm gonna activate Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon's effect. I can tribute it to summon out my Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. Normally this can negate things, but that's not actually gonna come up here. All my monsters are still getting destroyed. In a new chain, a couple of effects will activate.
A couple?
So Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon, if it gets destroyed by battle or card effect, can summon a light dragon monster from my graveyard, of course except itself. It's gonna be Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. And Blue Eyes Jet Dragon can summon because a card in the field got destroyed. So I'll summon it in attack position. And that'll be all.
So I don't have any monsters. So I'm activating Onslaught of the Fire Kings.
Oh, yeah.
You have monsters and I don't. I can special summon a winged beast or beast warrior or beast. My Fire King High Avatar Kirin. Next, I'll normal summon Legendary Fire King Ponix, and I'll activate its effect to search for a Fire King spell trap. I'm adding a Fire King Skyburn to my hand. Next, let's activate my Fire King Sanctuary, which is typically what I'd search off this, but clearly I already had it. And when I activate it, I get to place a Fire King Island to the field. I'm gonna activate the effect of my Fire King Island. I'm going to destroy my Ponix so I can search for a Fire King monster. Let's get Sacred Fire King Garunix to my hand. And because one of my fire monsters was destroyed, I get to activate the Garunix I just searched. It can special summon itself. And then Garunix effect activates. I can destroy a Fire King monster on hand, field, or deck. So we're gonna destroy one in deck, because why would I do it otherwise? I'm just going to destroy Kirin. And then when Kirin gets destroyed, it activates its effect. It can special summon a Fire King from my graveyard and then destroy a card on the field.
I'll use my Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon to negate that graveyard effect.
You want to do that, huh?
I want to, yeah.
Kirin's negated, so I will overlay. These are 2 8s. That means I can make my boss monster, Garunix Eternity. On summon, it tries to destroy all other monsters on field.
Well, thanks to my Blue Eyes Jet Dragon at least, that's not going to actually work, because other cards I control can't be destroyed by my opponent's card effects. So only Blue Eyes Jet Dragon is going to take the fall here.
And that's perfect, because now I can use my Garunix's other ability. I can detach 1 to target a spell or trap you control and destroy it. Your True Light.
I'm going to chain the effect of my True Light at least. I can set a Blue Eyes spell or trap from my deck that doesn't have the same name as a card I control or in the graveyard. Since I've already banished Wishes for Eyes of Blue, I'm gonna go ahead and set another Wishes for Eyes of Blue. And then True Light gets destroyed. That's gonna destroy Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon as well.
So my guy is 3,500. So let's go ahead and use that 3,500. We're gonna go into battle and attacking directly. Let's set 1 and 2 cards face down, and I'll end my turn.
Draw. Standby phase. I know you've
Standby
got a couple
phase.
things.
I can use my Ponix effect to return to my hand.
I'll go to my main phase and activate my Wishes for Eyes of Blue. So first, of course, I have to discard a card, as you know, this Infinite Impermanence. And I get to add a level 1 Light Tuner and a spell trap that mentions Blue Eyes from deck to hand. Maiden of White to hand, and Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons.
So all the relevant cards are back in play.
Not quite all of them yet. To get the last relevant card back in play, I'll activate Maiden of White in my hand. I'll send it to the graveyard and I can set my True Light back from the GY. I'll put down True Light. I'll use my Dictator of D. I can send a Blue Eyes White Dragon from my hand or deck to grave and special summon this card from my hand. So I'm gonna send Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Let's activate my Circle of the Fire Kings in response. I'm gonna target my Garunix Garunix of Eternity to be destroyed and target my High King Kieran to be special summoned.
That's fine with me.
Destroy Garunix, summon the Kieran.
Okay, and Dictator D will get special summoned to the field.
New chain. So now I can activate the effects of my Garunix Eternity because it got destroyed, and I can activate my Sacred because a monster was destroyed, and I can activate my Ponix in hand because a monster was destroyed. Chain links 1, 2, and 3. So first up, Garunix had 1 material on it when it was destroyed. It can special summon from my graveyard 1 Fire King. Ponix summons itself to the field. And then last but not least, Garunix will summon itself to the field. And now another chain.
And a new
because
chain.
both Ponix and Garunix were summoned, they can use their effects. Ponix will search for a spell or trap. Garunix will destroy one of my Fire Kings. We're gonna go chain links 1 and 2.
Fine by me.
Searching for our spell or trap. My Circle of the Fire Kings. And then Garunix will destroy. We're gonna destroy this Kieran from my deck. Kieran activates.
Yeah.
It can special summon one of my Fire Kings from the grave and then destroy a card on the field. So we'll summon the Garunix Eternity and destroy your True Light.
Yeah, I had a feeling that might happen. I'll chain True Light's effect just to set a card. I'll set my Ultimate Fusion. True Light gets destroyed. New chain, True Light activates. Do you have any other activations?
I do
Maybe finally not?
Finally, I am done with those.
Dictator of D is destroyed as well. I'm going to activate my Blue Eyes Jet Dragon because a card was destroyed on the field and special summon it. Next, we'll use this. Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons. I get to summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from my deck in defense. Since I don't have a Blue Eyes White Dragon, I have to summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Special summon Blue Eyes in defense, and since Blue Eyes was special summoned, specifically the vanilla one, I can activate Maiden's effect in the grave again and special summon her back. Say hello to the Maiden of White.
And you've triggered my Sanctuary. You did a special summon, I'm doing an Xyz summon. Let's overlay these 3.
3? Oh yeah, this takes 2+.
Yep, 2 or more for my Garunix Eternity. So you already know what it wants to do.
Yeah, it's trying to destroy everything. Well, I've got Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, so only it's gonna be getting destroyed.
Okay.
And your monsters too. I'll activate my ritual spell, Chaos Form. I can ritual summon a monster by distributing from my hand or field or banishing Blue Eyes White Dragon from my graveyard, monsters whose total level equal the exact level of what I'm summoning. We're going to banish Blue Eyes White Dragon from my graveyard to ritual summon the Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. It has 4,000 attack points. Cannot be destroyed by your card effects and cannot be targeted by your card effects. Next, but I'll just use Maiden of White and Blue Eyes White Dragon to make my level 9 Azure Eyes Silver Dragon in defense. All my current dragons can't be destroyed by card effects until the end of the next turn.
That's redundant.
And it has like a graveyard or a standby phase effect, but that's not gonna probably come up very much. Chaos Max Dragon's just gonna attack Garunix Eternity. And I'll set 1 card face down and end my turn.
That was long.
Yeah, complicated turn. I feel like you did as much as I did.
I did. I'm very confused on what effects all happened in that last turn. Standby phase. Ponix can activate, and I don't think there's anything else in here that activates here. Ponix will add back to my hand. Activate Onslaught of the Fire Kings. You have monsters? I don't. I get to summon one, but no effect. Let's summon Fire King Avatar Arvata. Normal summon my legendary Fire King Ponix and activate its effect to search for a Fire King spell or trap. Let's add my Echelon. Let's go Fire King Skyburn. I'm going to target an equal number of Fire Kings that I control and cards you control, and they'll all be destroyed. So my 2 guys, and then I'll target I'm targeting your back row.
I'll chain my Ultimate Fusion.
Oh, I forgot that was one of the cards.
During the main phase, I get to fusion summon a fusion monster from my extract that mentions Blue Eyes by shuffling the materials from my hand, field, or grave into the deck. Then I'm gonna get to destroy face-up cards you control up to the number of Blue Eyes White Dragons I used on the field as material, which is not going to be anything. Then I'll chain Majesty of the White Dragons. I get to show up to 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon in my hand, monster zone, or graveyard. I've got 2 in my graveyard, 1 and 2. And destroy an equal number of cards your opponent controls, as in you. All right, I'm going to destroy...
And if I'm destroying these, you might as well destroy these.
Yeah, I'm going to be destroying these 2.
Goodbye Island and goodbye Sanctuary.
And then Ultimate Fusion will resolve this
I don't even
Blue
know
Eyes.
what's about to.
Not much, really. It's just they were gonna get popped, so.
Yeah, I know you got a new Synchro, you got a new Xyz. I
These
guess
get
there's a new
shuffled in.
Fusion too.
Not a new Fusion, or
Oh, good.
I don't think there's
All
a new
right,
Fusion.
we're winning, or we're not
Maybe.
losing.
I don't know. It'll be Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon.
And then Skyburn resolves. Goodbye Arvada, goodbye Ponix. And now I can make a chain. Arvada's effect when it gets destroyed is that I can target a Fire Beast Warrior, one of my Fire Kings, and then from in my graveyard and special summon it. My Fire King High Avatar Kieran, and then the other is Garunix. It can summon itself, and there'll be
Him we know about.
chain links 1 and 2.
I'm also going to chain my Blue Eyes Jet Dragon in the graveyard to summon it back because cards in the field got destroyed. It'll be chain link 3. Jet Dragon in defense.
Garunix summons an attack. Now summon Kieran off the Arvada. All right, Garunix on summon.
These
I get
decks
to destroy
go.
one from the deck. We're gonna destroy from my deck because as you see, you've already noticed I've destroyed all my Kierans, but not Fire King High Avatar Garunix.
The OG, and it's
That's
gonna give
right.
you an attack boost.
It gains half of its attack, so it's 2,700. That'll be 1,350.
So 4,050 is just over my monster.
That's right.
That's actually so annoying because I could have equipped it with an equip spell to give it 400 more, but that would have gotten popped
You
anyway.
couldn't see it coming. You couldn't know I get the 40-50.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Jesus.
Garunix attacks Chaos Max. Kieran will attack your Jet Dragon.
At the start of the damage step, I do get to target a card you control and return it to the hand.
Yes.
I'll return, not that there's really much use in doing it. I guess I'll just return Kieran, just so I can keep Jet on the field, I guess.
Yeah, Kieran goes to hand. Anyway, I'm still in the battle phase. Circle the Fire Kings.
Oh, we're really just doing it all.
Just gonna push for as much as we can get. Let's target my Garunix on field and target the Kieran. Why not? So we're gonna destroy Garunix, summon the Kieran, and now I'll attack your Jet Dragon with new Kieran. I'm going to set one card face down. All right, I'm going to end my turn there.
Draw for turn. Standby phase.
Standby phase.
I have an effect first. I'm going to use Azur-Eyes Silver Dragon's effect to target a normal monster in my graveyard and special summon it to the field. Dragon Spirit of White, because it is treated as a normal monster in the hand or the GY. So I'll special summon Dragon Spirit of White. On summon, it's going to activate its effect to target a spell or trap you control and banish it. I'll be targeting your face down card.
I'll activate Echelon of the Fire Kings.
Oh boy.
Special summon 3 fire monsters, 1 beast, 1 beast warrior, 1 winged beast from hand, deck, and graveyard, but their effects are negated and destroyed at the end phase.
All right.
You did this, and I don't know why you're doing this to us.
I was trying to get rid of threats, but I didn't know it was going to be like this.
From the hand will be my winged beast, Volcanics. From grave will be my beast, Kieran. And then from deck will be my beast warrior, Arvada. Their effects are all negated, but they're here now.
Okay, so they're summoned and he's resolved. It's still the standby phase.
Yes, and now I can get to the effects I want to use. Where are they? Ponix and High Avatar Garunix. I don't even have space anymore. Well, no, it's fine.
Well, Ponix will just be to your hand, right?
Yeah, so we'll do chain links 1 and 2. High Avatar Garunix will summon to the field, and Ponix will add itself to my hand. And then...
Yeah, and then...
High Avatar Garunix effect. Do you have a response, good sir?
I don't have a response.
Garunix destroys all of our cards, or all of our monsters.
Brutal. Oh, you get to use Skyburn to protect yourself?
Banishing Skyburn, if my Fire King or Kings would be destroyed by card effect, I'll banish it.
Well, my monsters are all gone. But that will activate this, my Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. Since cards in the field were destroyed, we're still in the standby phase too. He's just gonna summon himself out to the field. I'm gonna activate the Dictator of D. So I'll send this Blue Eyes from deck to graveyard.
You still have one left?
I shuffled 2 of them in when I fused.
You sure did.
And summon out the Dictator of D in defense. Dictator D's got another effect too. I can discard a Blue Eyes White Dragon or a card that mentions it and target a Blue Eyes monster in my graveyard and special summon it. I'm going to discard my Neo Kaiser Seahorse from my hand. I will summon back my Blue Eyes White Dragon. That's going to activate my Maiden of White to special summon herself. I'll use Mausoleum of White's effect. I'm going to target my Maiden of White. It's going to send a normal monster and boost her attack. Do you have a response to
you want
that?
to use her effect.
I do want to use her effect, but if you have a response, then that means that I won't be able to do that.
Go ahead. I'm probably going to regret this.
All right, Maiden of White then will first activate, and it's going to summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon or a Light Tuner from my GY. I don't think I actually have a regular Blue Eyes White Dragon that I can summon. Yeah, I don't, so it's going to have to be a Light Tuner. It'll be Master with Eyes of Blue, and then I'll send Blue Eyes White Dragon so she'll gain the attack points. Let's use Maiden of White's effect. I'll send her to the grave to set back this old True Light. I'll activate my Wishes for Eyes of Blue in the graveyard. I'm gonna banish it to equip a Blue Eyes White Dragon with something from my extra deck as an equip spell. It'll be the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. We can link summon out Spirit with Eyes of Blue. It's here, it doesn't have an effect on summon really, but I can use Spirit with Eyes of Blue, tribute itself to summon a Blue Eyes monster from my hand or graveyard. Blue Eyes White Dragon. Let's overlay these two for Indigo Eyes Silver Dragon.
How are we this deep in the game and you still played a card I've never seen before?
I'm gonna activate Indigo Eyes Silver Dragon. When it's Xyz summoned, I can negate the effects of all face-up cards you currently control. Then, I'm going to use Indigo Eyes effect, detach one, and summon a normal monster in my graveyard, or banishment, and it'll gain 1,000 attack. So it's gonna be this Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Okay.
And finally, I'm gonna use my True Light to special summon a Blue Eyes back to the field. Almost time to go into the battle phase, but I've got one last trick up my sleeve. Activate the effect of Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. So I can banish this from my grave and all my level 8 or higher dragons will gain 1,000 attack points.
Oh, okay, so they're
So
all
this is
gigantic.
5,000, this is 4,000, this is 4,000. All right, Blue Eyes Jet Dragon will attack your Fire King Courtier Volcanics. At the start of the damage step, I'll also use Jet Dragon's effect to return your Garunix to your hand.
And Volcanics is destroyed.
Next, we'll have Blue Eyes White Dragon attack Fire King High Avatar Kieran.
All right, you know what that comes with.
This Kieran.
My Kieran is destroyed. Effect of Garunix and effect of Kieran here. Garunix can special summon itself, and Kieran can special summon one of my Fire Kings and destroy one of your cards. We're gonna go Chain Link 1 and 2. Garunix will summon, and Kieran will summon Arvada and destroy your Jet Dragon. Sacred effect. It gets to destroy one and gain attack. I'll destroy the old Garunix in my hand.
I'm going to use my 4,000 and attack, because it was against
1350.
Oh, okay. I'll use my 5,000 and attack Garunix.
You gotta attack that way.
So you'll take 950. And then Indigo Eyes Silver will attack Miss Kieran. And I'll go to main phase 2. And unfortunately, there's just not a lot I can do. So I guess it's back to you.
Before you end your turn, before you leave your main phase 2, I'll go ahead and activate my Kieran in hand. I'm going to destroy my Arvada. I believe this is the first one I played.
Yeah, that's the one that's
off the trap. To special summon Kieran. Then I get a new chain. Arvada can activate, and so can my Ponix in hand. We'll do chain links 1 and 2. Ponix will summon itself. And Arvada, I should have declared Arvada's target.
Yeah.
Arvada's targeting the Sacred Garunix, and then Effective Ponix. We'll get the Fire King Sanctuary.
Back to you then.
Draw for turn. Standby phase. I don't think I have any. Oh wait, we have the
Garunix
one.
coming back,
One guy has to come back. My Fire King High Avatar Garunix hits the board, and it wants to destroy everybody. Garunix destroys all my monsters, but that will activate my Arvada and Kieran. Chain links 1 and 2. Arvada is targeting the Hyang.
And I'll activate Blue Eyes Jet Dragon in my graveyard. It's gonna try to summon itself. Jet Dragon is here.
Hyang, and then Kieran will summon, will get Arvada and destroy your Jet Dragon.
Jet Dragon is destroyed.
I don't have game on board, so instead, let's link all 3.
Oh, we're link summoning, huh?
Just out of nowhere. Just because I haven't used her yet, we're making the Promethean Princess.
Okay. Yeah, we did add that into the deck. We probably should have mentioned
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was going to come
cards
up.
that we were going to add in was Volcanics and Promethean Princess.
I'm going to use the effect of my Princess to summon a fire monster from my grave. It'll be my Sacred Fire King, and I activate its effect on summon. We're going to destroy Barong, because he hasn't come up yet. Now I'll activate my Fire King Sanctuary. On activation, I get to place a Fire King Island. My Sacred Fire King Garunix gained 900 off of destroying Barong. It will attack you directly.
I'll activate my True Light to summon a Blue Eyes. And since Blue Eyes was summoned, I can activate my Maiden's effect.
Wow. All right, I get to redeclare. Garunix will attack the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Promethean Princess attacks the Maiden.
So since you targeted her for an attack, she can use her effect. I can summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon or level 1 Light Tuner from my graveyard. Yeah, so Maiden's just gonna summon back this Blue Eyes, I guess?
She's still eating that attack though.
Away she goes.
Main phase 2, I'm gonna use my Fire King Islands effect, destroying my princess, to search for a Fire King. I'll get my Sacred Fire King Garunix. Set
do?
one card, face down, pass.
Drawing for turn.
All right, I'm back at it again. Standby phase. So last turn, I know I destroyed a Barong. Garunix was linked. It wasn't destroyed. Ponix, were you linked or were you destroyed?
I think Ponix was like, it got yeah, I think, did it just get
It
destroyed?
got destroyed.
Did it?
Did you attack it? No. That was
wouldn't
my
have
turn.
been.
It's on my turn. What did I link with? Did I link with?
You linked a
these
4
three?
and 2 8s, so it wasn't.
Okay, so then
yeah,
Ponix
so
was
I don't
likely
think,
destroyed.
Yeah, I think Ponix was just destroyed.
I'm just gonna assume that that's how
Yeah,
that works.
Ponix comes back, sure.
And then Barong will search for a Fire King card. I'll add my Fire King avatar Rangbali to hand. All right.
So it's my main phase. I'll use my True Light, special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from hand or grave.
This ain't right.
Say hello to the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I'm sure you've seen one too many of him. Since I summoned Blue Eyes White Dragon, I can activate my Maiden. Summon her back! Now I can use a card that's long been in the graveyard, Master with Eyes of Blue.
What does that even do?
If it's in my grave, I can shuffle it into the deck and then target an effect monster I control. I'll send it to the graveyard, and if I do, special summon a Blue Eyes monster from my graveyard other than the sent monster. So I'm going to target Maiden of White and shuffle this into from the grave into the deck as a cost. I'll chain Maiden of White's effect. Because she was targeted by an effect, she'll also get to summon a Blue Eyes.
And I'll chain Imperm, targeting her.
Ooh, not cool, man. Not cool.
Just get her out of here.
Yeah, okay. So she does not get to do that part. Anyway, she's gonna go to the graveyard, and that's going to let my master summon back the Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Blue Eyes White Dragon, attack Sacred Fire King.
My Garunix is destroyed. I gotta activate some effects. Ponix, Rangbali, and Garunix. Wait, actually, wait a minute. I can't use Rangbali. I can only use Ponix and Garunix. Summoning Ponix and Garunix.
Yeah.
Garunix effect will destroy one in my deck. Will just destroy my Volcanics. And I search Skyburn.
Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon will attack Ponix. Since a card was destroyed by battle, I can activate my Jet Dragon now. And that I can at least do something with. Blue Eyes Jet Dragon is going to attack your Garunix. And at the start of the damage step, I'll activate its effect. Target Garunix and return it to your hand. Final Blue Eyes are going to attack for 3,000. Set and pass.
Draw for turn. Standby phase. I think it's just Ponix, right? Yep.
Just Ponix.
Just Ponix. Ponix returns to my hand. This has to do it. Dark Hole.
My Blue Eyes Jet Dragon is gonna soak that one.
Let's use my Fire King Island. I control no monster, so I can special summon a winged beast from my hand. Let's special summon Ponix. Uses effect search.
It's rare that people use that effect instead of the destruction thing. But I guess at this late point,
At this point,
do you have
there's
something else you want to normal summon? Then?
We're getting the echelon of the Fire King. And yes, I wanted my normal summon. Let's normal summon my Fire King avatar, Rangbali. Fire King Skyburn. I'm targeting my 2 monsters and your 2 back row.
I'll use my True Lights effect to set a card.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll also chain my Infinite Impermanence and target Rangbali.
Yeah, no response.
This will resolve.
Card's destroyed.
Yeah, and also this sets Wishes and a new chain.
New chain.
True Light's gonna activate, and I think
then
you also have.
my guy, because I'm turn player, so mine will be first. It'll be Garunix. Actually, I think it's just
Garunix?
Yeah, I think it's just the Garunix. Yeah.
And I'll use Spirit Dragon to negate Garunix.
Ah, okay.
Just keep him pinned in the grave. And now my guys dies. In a new chain, Blue Eyes Jet Dragon's coming back.
Set a card face down. I'll end my turn.
Draw.
Standby phase.
Standby phase. Ponix is back. Woo!
I'll add my Ponix back to my hand.
I'll activate Maiden of White in my hand. I'll send her to the graveyard to set my True Light back to the field. Activate True Light's effect. Summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Since Blue Eyes was summoned, I'll use Maiden of White's effect to summon her in defense. I'll use Maiden of White to link summon Spirit with Eyes of Blue. And finally, this is gonna be my last boss I can bring out. Banish Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons. I can fusion summon a fusion monster using cards from my hand or field, including a Blue Eyes. I'll use a Blue Eyes and a Dragon for Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. Enter battle. Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, attack for 3,000. What do you got? What's down there?
Echelon of the Fire Kings. I'm summoning 3 Fire Kings, Beast, Beast Warrior, and Winged Beast, one from hand, deck, and graveyard. All right, from hand, you're gonna get a Winged Beast, Garunix. From grave, we're gonna give you a Beast, Kieran, and from deck, a Beast Warrior, Rangbali.
Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, I can redeclare. I'll attack Garunix. At the start of the damage step, I'll use Jet Dragon's effect to return turn. Kieran to the hand.
And battle goes through. You
Battle
destroy
goes through.
my Garunix. I'll activate the effect of my Garunix in grave and Ponix in hand, 1 and 2. And then effects on summon will do 1 and 2. Ponix will get a Fire King Speller Trap, Skyburn, and Garunix is going to destroy Kieran from my hand. So Garunix is going to gain 1200, and then I can start a new chain activating Kieran's effect. It's going to special summon one from grave and destroy a card on your field. Old Garunix, and I'm going to destroy Jet Dragon.
Old Garunix destroys Jet Dragon. All right, well, Tyrant Dragon's going to attack Rongbali. At the end of the damage step, I'll activate Tyrant Dragon's effect. Since it's battled, I can target a trap in my graveyard and set it. It'll be Majesty of the White Dragons, set to the field. Because a monster was destroyed by battle, I can activate Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. I'll special summon Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. I can't do the bounce again, but it's just to have. Tyrant Dragon, I'm gonna attack Garunix.
All right, you destroy Garunix by battle, so it gets to use its effect to summon a Fire King from my deck. Let's summon, why not? We're just gonna put out another Garunix.
Tyrant Dragon's gonna attack that one too. They can attack all monsters you control once each. I don't really know if there's much point in attacking Ponix, I'm gonna be honest. And I can't attack over that. Back to you.
Draw for turn. Standby phase. I don't think there's anything relevant for a change. Let's use Fire King Island here. I'm going to destroy my Ponix. Get a Fire King monster. We'll get a Rongbali. My Ponix got destroyed, so Rongbali and Garunix can activate. We're gonna do chain links 1 and 2. And then Garunix effect on summon. Okay, we're gonna destroy the Volcanics in my deck. Overlay, Garunix Eternity. It's gonna attempt to use its effect on summon.
All right, my Blue Eyes Jet Dragon gets destroyed. And I guess so does Rongbali, and maybe some grave effects.
I'm banishing the Skyburn to protect Rongbali.
Once that's resolved, I'll activate this. Majesty of the White Dragons. Show up to 3 Blue Eyes in my hand, Monster Zone, or Graveyard, and destroy an equal number of cards you control.
King, don't even worry about it. I'm just gonna negate it with Rongbali's effect. I'm gonna destroy my Garunix. Garunix effect, it had 2 materials.
I'll be chaining Jet Dragon. The Jet summoning back.
We're gonna get Kieran and how you can't get himself, or can
I think he can get himself. Unless, can he get like a separate copy? Because if so, then yeah.
Yeah, he can get a separate copy. He can get himself. I'm gonna use Promethean Princess. Oh my god, I kept thinking all Blue Eyes were untargetable. Kieran and Jet Dragon.
I'll use a card I've been holding in my grave for a little bit. My Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Since a card or effect was activated that targeted a Blue Eyes monster I control, I can banish this from the graveyard and negate that activation.
Huh. Garunix attacks Jet Dragon.
Start of damage step. I'll target Rongbali to return it to hand.
No response.
Away we go.
Skyburn. Targeting here and there.
Yeah, all right. And True Light will activate and destroy Tyrant Dragon.
Kieran activates. We can special summon a Fire King, except you have too many life points to actually die. Yay, but the game just continues.
Yeah, I know.
We'll get Garunix and destroy your face down? Sure, why not? I don't even know what it is. Oh, it's
Witches for Eyes of Blue.
And because I destroyed one of my Fire Kings, I can special summon Rongbali back to the board. And I'm going to attack you directly with both, and I am
27 and 16.
just short. Set one face down, pass.
Draw for turn. Normal summon, Master with Eyes of Blue. When it's normal summon, I can target a light tuner in my grave and add it to my hand. I'm going to get Old Familiar, Maiden of White. I'll send her. Put back this True Light onto the field. And activate True Light.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to summon out of Blue Eyes. My Blue Eyes White Dragon. Since Blue Eyes was summoned, you know who's coming back. It's the Maiden.
Effective Promethean Princess. Targeting Rongbali and your Master.
Yeah.
I destroyed Rongbali by card effects, so I can use effects of Garunix and Ponix. Garunix will summon itself, and so will Ponix. They'll both use their effects, so I actually don't think Ponix has targets left. We'll just do it 1 and 2. I actually do not think I even have a, oh my god, Fire King Island. We'll destroy the other Garunix.
I'm gonna use my Wishes for Eyes of Blue's effect in the graveyard.
Oh yeah.
Banish my final copy, and I can equip my Blue Eyes White Dragon, and only Blue Eyes White Dragon, with a card from my extract that'll give it 400. Blue Eyes White Dragon, with 3,400, attack Promethean Princess, Bestower of Flames.
She's in defense mode.
I mean, and deal the final damage necessary to win this duel.
Oh, that was like 3 matches worth of one game.
That was like, yeah, 3 matches worth. Like, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. This was Blue Eyes White Dragon against Fire Kings. I don't want to ever do it again a day in my life, but if you liked it, please give a thumbs up. We'll have other Blue Eyes and Fire King theme duels and
We
stuff
got more coming.
coming down the pipeline.
We'll see you guys in the next one. Pass turn.